morning, Whalers, and welcome to the WCPS News Network. My name is Shelby Harriman.
And my name is Chelsea. Today is Friday, October 15th, and it's day 3. For lunch today, we'll be enjoying classic cheese pizza. Today's weather will be overcast skies with temperatures in the upper 60s. Don't forget about movie night tonight, as well as Jewelry Club and Games Club after school today.
Drama Club will have a meeting at 2:30 on Monday, October 18th. This meeting is for anyone interested, even if you didn't come to auditions. We will meet in room 6 to chat about callbacks and the rehearsal process. In sports yesterday, our CPS girls soccer and cross-country teams both beat Nauset on the road, but our boys soccer and cross-country teams both lost. Tomorrow, our varsity football teams travel to Sandwich. Tonight, the Red Sox take on the Astros in Houston for Game 1 in the ALCS.
And now it's time for another installment of our WCPS Special Friday guest. Today we would like to welcome a Nantucket legend who has just recently added the title of school board member to his long list of many other accomplishments. Please join us in giving a warm CPS welcome to Mr. Rocky Fox.
Woo! Roy? Oh, okay.
Sit down.
Oh, I sit.
Hello, Mr. Fox, and welcome to the show. Can we start by asking you where you were born and raised, and if you could tell us a little bit about yourself?
Okay, my name's Rocky Fox, and I was born and raised here in Nantucket. I have 2 children, both went through these hallways. I'm not sure if Tony went through these hallways. Yeah, Tony went through these hallways. I don't know if Katie did or not. Katie just recently graduated from UMass Amherst with a major in education and minors in psychology and sociology. Right now she's working in Boston, lives in South Boston, and really liking it. I work at the Chicken Box. I've owned it with my partners, Packy Norton and John Jordan, since May of 2000. I've worked there for over 30 years. I hired my 2 partners. I've had everyone who works there. The Chicken Box has been there since 1947.
Have you ever lived anywhere else besides Nantucket, and do you think you will ever move away?
I went away to school for 2 years. Didn't work out financially. There weren't as many opportunities for available monies. Like when you guys, you'll see when you get in high school and start applying for colleges, there's plenty of money out there. There's plenty of grants out there. You just got to do the work, or just do well enough academically that you'll be awarded scholarships, things like that. And no, that ship has sailed. I'm not moving anywhere.
Can you tell us what CPS Middle School was like back when you went here in 1978 and 1979?
You girls just aged me. CPS, this was the high school when I was in CPS. CPS was a building where the pool is now. There was a building. That's where our CPS was. So you'd have to, walking over to high school was a big deal. You know what I mean? Walking over here, because that's where all the big kids were. You know what I mean? And I went to elementary school at Academy Hill was where I went to elementary school. And that was 3 floors and the little kids on the bottom, and then as you went up, and I remember like being a hall monitor and the whole bit.
Do you have any memories of a specific teacher from CPS that made a lasting impact on your life? If so, who was that teacher and what did you learn from them?
I think one of my favorite teachers growing up in CPS was Mr. Herman. He was the math teacher. And he also, he had us do every day. Once a week, we had something called bowling. So you took a test, 10 questions, all about math, and it was like a bowling. You guys ever bowled before? Well, back then, it wasn't electronic scoring back then. You had to actually put pencils to paper. So we did that each and every week, and it was, as much as competitive as it was, you were learning at the same time, so he was sneaky about that. And he also used to open up the gym every Saturday, rain or shine, for Saturday morning basketball. And if your team won, you got 3 points. Lost, you got a point. And that went on. He used to walk there in the snow or ride his bike. And that was pretty cool. And we used to have class basketball. Each homeroom had their own team. And it was boys and girls on the same team. Where was in your class? That was your class. And so one day, every Friday, got out early. Last hour and a half, we played basketball.
We know that you and your business partners at the Chicken Box do so much for charity here on Island. Why is that important to you?
Well, I think if you're not giving, you're taking. And we have a venue that allows a lot of different charities to use us. And I think giving back to the community is very important. It all started me doing Meals on Wheels over 20 years ago. I had a relative that was sick, and I saw what they did for my uncle. So that's how it started for me. And I just got my partners to do it. And my partner, John Jordan, ran the Ozone Surf Classic for 20 years.
Tell us how you became an interim school committee member and if you plan on running for a permanent position in the next election.
Well, Zona Butler, due to reasons that we don't know, retired from the position. And she was an African American woman. And I've been in schools, I've been volunteering for 25 years. I've been in parent council of NES, CPS, NHS, and this one. I was on this parent council for UMass Amherst. So I've always been involved in the schools. And I thought, since Zona, who was an African American woman, was retiring, I thought it was really important that an African American, whether it be male or female, fill that spot, because I think it's important for people who look like me to see me in that spot. As far as running, I don't know yet, to be honest with you. I'm hoping that other African Americans in the community will see that they can be put in that position and they will run. If no one of African descent doesn't run, I'm not sure yet. I'm just going to see how it plays out.
Last week, you heard Mr. Horn address the committee about the new hats and hoods policy that allows them to be worn here at school. People in favor say this helps support student and social-emotional well-being, while opponents may say it's disrespectful and a distraction. Where do you stand on this issue?
I think the teachers waste more energy telling the kids to take off the hoods and the hats than they do when they're on. People like me who went to CPS in 1978 and 79, reminded me, it's the older teachers, or maybe some of the older generation who aren't okay with it. But I don't see a problem. If it's gonna, I don't want to look at a student and see his hood all the way over. All you can see is his eyes. But if he just has it on his head, I'm wearing a hat right now. Is that a distraction? I don't know. I don't think so. I think it should be allowed district-wide.
Is it true that you were also a movie star? Were you in a feature film called Grey Lady? What was that like? And do you see any more movies in the future?
I wouldn't exactly call me a star, but I did just get a royalty check for $1.98 2 days ago. I'm in the union, because once you speak, you get in the union, which I didn't know. So every once in a while, I'll get a $2 check. It was awesome. And the coolest part about it was, since I had a speaking part, they used to send a car to get me every morning. But the only thing about it is, the dressing room was in the CPS parking, in the NHS parking lot, so they drive me probably like a quarter of a mile. But they wouldn't let me walk because I was insured. I was like, dude, can we go to Stop and Shop? I got to get some stuff. And the driver's like, sure, do whatever you want. So I used to take the limo or the town car every morning, go get a coffee, do a loop around Sconset Pulpus. It was pampered. But you know what? I don't know if you could ever be an actor, because you would be on set for 8 hours to say 3 lines. Just hurry up and wait.
Now for our last question. What is your favorite place to get ice cream, and what's your go-to flavor?
My favorite place to get ice cream is Island Kitchen, right behind the Chicken Box. And Mr. Ganella works for Island Kitchen. Did you know that? Woo woo! So yeah, Island Kitchen, Chin's Way. And my favorite coffee is my favorite flavor is coffee.
Well, thank you so much for joining us today, Mr. Fox. That's all the news for today. Please remember to wear your masks while in school and follow all of our COVID-19 protocols. Have a great weekend and take care of yourselves and each other. And most importantly,
Be kind to one another. Bye.